We were treated like dogs, locked barefoot and caged individually. We had no idea where we were. Dirt floors, brick walls lit up by torches. I looked at the human bones littering the ground beside me. This had to have been some sort of medieval prison. That's what it felt like. We saw the advertisement a few days ago. Clown's Carnival. Play games and win prizes. But none of us expected this. There were 6 of us. Jack, Tyler, Molly, Emma, Edward, and myself. The clown came down and told us, "You are all a part of my game now. You will face a series of tests, and the last person standing will win the grand prize." Edward replied with, "Just get me the fuck out of here. I have a family at home. I don't want any part of this." The clown replied, "No. You better use that brain of yours and do what you're told. Don't you have any fucking brains?" "Just get me out of here before I kick your ass," Edward demanded. The clown then slipped something into Edward's mouth as he was screaming. The next thing we knew, Edward's head exploded. You ever see those videos of people shooting watermelons? It was like that, with blood and brain matter exploding everywhere. The clown applauded. "Ha! Wow! I was wrong! He did have brains! Anyways, would anyone else like to object?" Fine. We'll play your stupid game," I told him. The clown then drug us into a large pool of needles and challenged us to swim. Molly was terrified of needles and stood off at the side while we all swam. When everyone but her was almost to the finish line, she finally faced her fear and dove in. But because she started so late, she finished in last place. Oh, no, the clown said as he grabbed her and bit her in the throat. He tore out a chunk of her with his teeth. She bled like a fire hydrant as the clown laughed. "Good golly, Miss Molly. Your blood makes me jolly." For our next test, we were drug into a dirty bathtub filled with cages. Inside each bathtub, the clown told us all we had to sit still. But then he dumped spiders onto us. Hundreds of spiders. We all did our best not to move, even though we were shaking with fear. The kind of stiff shaking you get on a winter night. I can't do this," Emma shrieked while she tried to jump out. She slipped. She slipped out of the tub, falling right onto her face, pushing her nose in, killing her. Now there were only 3 of us left. Myself, Jack, and Tyler. The clown drug us into another room, one with a guillotine. Our next game was to choose one body part to lose. Not a finger or a toe. He wanted an arm or a leg. Is there really a right way of doing this? If you had to choose to lose one of them? Really? Jack was first. He refused. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. He tried to run, but the clown caught him. He dragged him over to the guillotine. Jack did his best to swim out of it, but the clown cut half of his head, from the forehead up. We were down to just two of us left. Tyler and myself. For our final test, the clown put a gun between the two of us, with only one bullet in it, and told us, only one of us will die. Choose wisely. He left the gun in between us and left the room. I grabbed the gun and pointed it to my head. Wait, Tyler implored. Please let me have it. I'll take myself out. Please let me. He looked at me sobbing, the type of crying in complete desperation. I handed him the gun, and he ended himself. The clown walked back into the room and looked at me, the last survivor, and he said, "Congratulations! You have survived. I will let you live. But that's not all. They're building a factory. It's going to be right on top of us. And you, sir, will own that factory. Just let me sign the papers." He put his hand into his mouth and out of his own throat pulled out a pen. He asked me, "What is your name?" I took a deep breath. "Tristan," I told him. "My name is Tristan."